Well, good evening and welcome to West East High School. We are at the West East High School baseball stadium where tonight K-West is bringing you Wildcat baseball. Tonight your Wildcats taking on the San Benito Greyhounds. This is a non-district matchup between these two ball clubs. We've already had the introduction of players and national anthem, and we are set to get this ball game underway. But before we do that, let's go to give you the lineup for both ball clubs. For San Benito, the visiting team, leading it off is going to be the second baseman, number 4, Gabriel Gomez. Behind the plate, batting second, number 27, Armando Hernandez. On the mound tonight for the Greyhounds is number 24, Mauricio Padilla, and he'll be batting in the 3 spot. In the cleanup position is the third baseman, number 9, Gabriel Sandoval. Playing left field, batting fifth is number 6, Michael Banda. The shortstop, number 3, Rowan Garcia, is in the 6th spot, and in the 7th spot is the designated hitter, Jorge Rodriguez. Playing right field is number 13, Aaron Corona. Batting 8th, the first baseman, number 12, Brian Lopez. And batting 9th is going to be the center fielder, number 5, Angelo Villarreal. We'll give you the defensive lineup for your Wildcats. And we'll give you their batting order when they come up to bat. In left field is Mike Brown. Center field is Alex Solis. In right field is Jesus Ramirez. Third baseman is Joey Rodriguez at second, Caleb Escamilla at first, Nate Rivas. The shortstop is Jesse Gomez. Behind the plate, doing the catching tonight, is Javi Garza. And on the mound for your Wildcats tonight is Tonio Balboa. That is the defensive lineup for your Wildcats. And it looks like we're getting set to get underway. Warm-up tosses have been made. Home plate umpire's got his mask on. And Gabriel Gomez, the leadoff batter for the Greyhounds, is in the batter's box. Umpire has signaled to Balboa that we are set to get underway. And here comes the first pitch of the night. That one is inside for ball 1. Batter showing bunt, brings it back, breaking ball. That one is on the letters for strike 1. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Check swing didn't go, so that's going to be a little high for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on the leadoff batter, Gabriel Gomez. It is a beautiful night tonight. However, before I was heading out here, I watched the newscast. They say we got a cold front coming in, so there may be a change in weather before this night is over. That one is swung on, bobbled by the first baseman, picked up by Escamilla, and he just couldn't grab it well enough to toss it to Balboa, the pitcher, as the pitcher was trailing and covering first. So not sure how they're going to score that, but I think they'll score that a hit, as the first baseman, Nate Rivas, had to move quite a way over to his right to try to get that one. So the leadoff hitter is on, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Armando Hernandez. Attempt at first. Gomez is back on time. Inside for ball 1. Bunt is on. It's bunted right up to the pitcher. If he goes to second base, and that one caught the runner. And Gomez will head on over to third. Brown comes in to pick up the loose ball in left field, and we've got runners at the corners with nobody out. So runners at the corner, nobody out. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Mauricio Padilla. Padilla, left-handed batter.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Well, it looks like the trainer said that he is all right after going over a couple of concussion protocol options there. So we'll get back to live action. Once again, we do have runners at the corner, nobody out. We are in the first inning. San Benito is the visiting team, so they are batting first. Batting in the third spot is the pitcher Mauricio Padilla. Balboa looks over to first. Now he wheels and deals. That pitch a little high for ball 1. Shows bunt, brings it back. Runner advances to second. So now we've got runners at second and third. Still nobody out. And a 2-0 count on the batter, Padilla. That one is a hopper to first base. Picked up by Rivas. He'll opt to go ahead and take care of that one. So we do have a run come across with Hernandez advancing to third.
Now batting for San Benito, number 9, G. Sandoval.
And that'll bring up the cleanup spot, Gabriel Sandoval. So the first pitch of Sandoval misses high for ball 1. Another pitch missing just a little high, ball 2. Balboa behind on the count, 2-0 on the cleanup batter, Sandoval. That one's in there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sandoval. Breaking ball misses outside for ball 3. Here comes the 3-1. Ball 4. So Sandoval reaches base on balls, and that'll bring up the 5th spot, the left fielder, Michael Banda. One out here in the first, runners at the corner.
Hey, Michael, let's go. Michael, get ready. You're coming kind of high. Let's go, Michael. Rattle.
First pitch catches the corner for strike 1. Looks over to first, makes a throw, and Sandoval is in there with plenty of time. 0-1 is the count on the batter, Banda. That one misses outside, gets away from the catcher, not too far. Garza picks it up quickly. Runner advances to second. And once again, we've got runners at second and third with 1 out. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. That swung on in the gap to left field. And we'll have one come across. We'll have two come across. And Michael Banda with a 2 RBI single to give the Greyhounds a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. So with one out, runner at first, that's going to bring up the 6th spot, the shortstop, Rowan Garcia. That one's on the outside corner for strike one. Balboa has found some success on that outside corner. We've seen a couple called for strikes right there. We'll see if he continues to hit that spot. That one right down the middle, swung on and missed for strike two. So Balboa ahead of the batter, 0-2 here with one out in the first. Garcia looking over to his coach, gets back in the box. Breaking ball misses high. Ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swung on, fly ball, second baseman Escamilla's under it. Grabs that one for out number 2. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up the designated hitter, Jorge Rodriguez. Quick throw over to first, runner in on time. So Balboa looks back, wheels, deals that one in the dirt low. Got it with a great job making sure that one doesn't get anywhere away from him and keeps the runner at first. Another quick throw to first, runner back in on time. Swung on, another base hit. This is center left field gap. Picked up by the center fielder, going to third, just a little to the left off target. And Rodriguez has himself a single. And with that hit, Banda advances to third.
Now batting for San Benito, number 12, B. Lopez.
So that'll bring up the first baseman, Brian Lopez. This will be the 8th hitter to come up to the plate here in the first inning. That one in there for strike one. Swung on and missed for strike two. Balboa ahead of the batter, 0-2. That one misses the outside corner for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the first inning. Brian Lopez, the batter. Runners at second and third. Swung on and missed for strike 3 to end the inning. But not before the Greyhounds bring 3 across in the top half of the first. The Greyhounds lead 3-0. We'll be back. Wildcats coming to bat.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back. K-West bringing you Wildcat baseball. Wildcats coming to bat for the first time tonight. Let's go ahead and give you their batting order. The shortstop will lead things off. Jesse Lopez batting second, center fielder Alex Solis. Batting third, the pitcher Tonio Balboa. In the fourth spot is the catcher Javi Garza. Batting fifth, the left fielder Mike Brown. Batting sixth, the first baseman Nate Rivas. Batting seventh is going to be the second baseman Caleb Escamilla. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Joseph Perez. And in the ninth spot, Joey Rodriguez playing third base. On the mound for the Greyhounds, Mauricio Padilla. Lopez, a left-handed batter, here comes the first pitch. Takes that one outside for ball one. Swung on right at the shortstop, Garcia. He picks it up, fires the first. That one in time for out number one.
Batting for Weslaco East, number 8, Alex Solis.
So with one out, that'll bring up the center fielder, Alex Solis. First pitch to Solis outside for ball one. Swung on down the third base line. It's a slow dribbler picked up by the pitcher. Not in time. So Solis catches one off the inside part of the bat, fights it off, and he gets a little dribbler down the third base line, but he's able to hustle that one out and reaches first safely, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Tonio Balboa. First pitch to Balboa, misses outside for ball one. Swung on right at the third baseman, Sandoval. Sandoval goes to second. Errant throw, so that's going to let Solis go to third base. So Balboa reaches on a fielder's choice. Solis will advance to third on an error. And we've got a pinch runner for the pitcher, Balboa.
Now batting for Weslaco East,
And that's going to be Sean Martinez.
Javi Garza.
So with one out, runners at the corner, that's going to bring up the catcher, Javi Garza. We've said that quite a bit tonight, runners at the corner. And we're just in the first inning. Garza playing catcher tonight.
Hey, let's go, guys, let's go.
First pitch to Garza shows bunt inside. Runner going to second. They had some kind of cutoff play on as the second baseman, Gomez, was in the grass when he took that throw from the catcher. So Martinez walks it into second base. So we got runners at second and third. Just one out. Garza at the plate. Padilla from the windup. Swung on. This one is over the head of the shortstop, Garcia. And Solis will score easily, and Martinez will stay at third. So Garza with an RBI single
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 16, Mike Brown.
to bring in the first run of the night for your Wildcats. So once again, runners at the corner, one out, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Mike Brown. First pitch in the dirt, but a good job by Hernandez to keep it in front of him. And Javi Garza hadn't taken off yet. But when we saw that nobody was at second base, he went in and took off, and he's in there uncontested. So runners at second and third, one out. Brown at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes is the count on the batter. That one misses outside for ball 2. That one misses low. 3-0 is the count now on Brown. Hernandez goes out to talk to Padilla. We'll see if the green light is on for Brown. So here comes Padilla with the 3-0. Brown takes that one for strike 1. That one misses inside, ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Nate Rivas.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 21, Nate Rivas.
Swung on and missed for strike 1. Rivas really wanted to get hold of that one. He went around for strike 2. So Rivas behind in the count, 0-2. Batter calls time.
Don't help him, Junior. Don't help him. Let's go. You're on top.
That one is outside for ball 1.
Be smart, kid. Be smart, kid. Let's go.
When you're ahead of the count, usually you want to got a couple of pitches to play with. You want to see if maybe that batter will chase something. But Rivas very disciplined there in the box, not going after anything that is going to be out of the strike zone. Or at least that far out of the strike zone. Let's put it that way. Swung on up the middle. That's a base hit. And 1 run scores. Here comes the second one. Garza scores. So 2 more runs come in for your Wildcats. And just like that, we are tied at 3.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 1, Caleb Escamilla.
So 1 out, runners at first and second. That'll bring up Caleb Escamilla. So a 2 RBI single for Rivas. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1.
Hey, let's go. Focus. All right, here we go. Take it to him. Take it to him.
Swung on. That one is going to be foul. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Caleb Escamilla. Escamilla just coming off the basketball court as basketball season is just 2 weeks done, as they did reach the playoffs this year. The Wildcats did. Pitch is high for ball 2. Two balls a strike. Bunt shown. Missed by Escamilla. So that's going to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go, Mauricio.
Swung on, up the middle. Can't be handled by the second baseman. Gomez moving a long ways to his right, but couldn't get to it. So that's a single for Escamilla. And now the bases are loaded. Bases loaded, just 1 out, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Joseph Perez. Breaking ball misses for ball 1. High and inside for ball 2. Swung on, fouled back. 2 balls and 1 strike on the designated hitter, Joseph Perez. Swung on to the shortstop, Garcia, and that's an error on the shortstop. 1 run will score, and now the Wildcats are up 4-3. And once again, bases are loaded. Coach comes out to talk to his pitcher. And we will bring the 9th batter to the plate here in the first inning. Coach talks things over with his pitcher. Now we're ready for action. As we mentioned, it's going to be the ninth batter that'll come to the plate tonight. It's going to be the third baseman, Joey Rodriguez. First pitch misses high and inside for ball one. Swung on, fly ball to right field. Corona coming in. Gomez went out, and neither one of them called for it, and it dropped for a base hit. So Rivas will score,
Now batting for
and the
Westlaco
bases
East,
are
number
still
7,
loaded.
Jesse Lopez.
And we head to the top of the order, and it's going to be the shortstop, Jesse Lopez. Lopez grounded out to short his first time up here in the first inning. So the score now is 5-3 in favor of your Wildcats. Just one out here in the first inning.
Get ready, lefty, let's go.
That one is outside for ball one.
Hey, stay within yourself.
That one misses outside as well, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes on Lopez.
I know why I said let's go Aaron, and then I was like, wait, is it?
That one catches the corner for strike one. Swung on right to the first baseman. He comes home for the force out, and that'll be out number 2.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 8.
So with the bases still loaded, that'll bring up the center fielder, Alex Solis. Solis singled in the first and scored. With 2 outs, we'll see what he can do here his second time up here in the first inning. First pitch is swung on and is fouled down the third base line for strike one.
Let's go, boys, let's go. Get ready.
Breaking ball high and inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Alex Solis. In the dirt for ball 2. Good job there by Hernandez to keep that one in front of him. So here comes the 2-1. Swung on, right over the head and the glove of the second baseman, and 2 runs will score.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 24, Tonio Balboa.
So 2 RBI single for Solis. And we've got runners at first and second, 2 outs, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Tonio Balboa. Balboa reached first on a fielder's choice and scored his first time at bat this evening. Score is now 7-3 in favor of your Wildcats. Balboa represents the 12th batter to come to the plate here in the first inning. Swung on and missed. Count is even at 1. Balboa looks at that one. It catches the inside corner for strike 2. Swung on deep left field. Going back is Banda, and he's not going to be able to get to it. 1 run will come across, 2 runs come across. Balboa stays at first, and that's a 2 RBI single for Balboa. The score is now 9-3 in favor of your Wildcats. Coach comes out to talk with the pitcher. As he comes out to talk with the pitcher, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. You're enjoying Wildcat baseball right here on K-West.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco East High School baseball field. We are in the bottom of the first. Wildcats up 9-3, and we've got a pitching change. Now on the mound is Roberto Hernandez. He's going to face Javi Garza. Javi singled to left his first time up. He also scored. So here he comes up to bat for the second time here in the first inning. Looks at the first pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Second pitch is outside for ball 2. Swung on. This is a blooper into right field. But Rowan Garcia with a great job getting on his horse and making his way out to the grass to grab that one for out number 3. But the damage is done. The Wildcats brought 13 batters to the plate. 9 of them came across, and we've played one here at Weslaco East Baseball Field, and it's your Wildcats 9, the Greyhounds 3. We'll be back with the second inning right here on K-West. We begin the second inning
Batting for San Benito,
with
number 5,
Angelo Villarreal, the center fielder. He is the number 9 batter for the Greyhounds, and we head back to the top of the order. 9-3, Wildcats on top as we begin the second inning here at Wildcat Baseball Field. First pitch is swung on, fly ball, first baseline. Rivas just steps out of foul territory, and he grabs that one for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Balboa. Now we head to the top of the order.
Hernandez,
And this is going to be Robert Hernandez. First pitch misses for ball 1. Second pitch high for ball 2. Two and 0 the count on Hernandez. That one is in there for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike on the batter Hernandez. That one misses just a bit high for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Hernandez. That one misses outside, and Hernandez gets himself a pass to first base. So this will bring up the catcher, Armando Hernandez. Garza goes out to have a few words with Balboa. Rivas comes over and offer a little encouragement as well. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Swung on. This one is going out to the right field line, but it's going to sail a little too far for anybody to reach. Falls foul, and it's 0-2 the count on the catcher, Armando Hernandez. Listening to the crowd, they're saying that the Hernandez, the one at first and at the plate, are brothers. So we got a pitcher-catcher brother duo going on right now for the Greyhounds. So Balboa ahead of the count, 0-2. Snap throw over to first. Runner in there on time. That pitch misses low for ball 1. Breaking ball, fouled back. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another attempt at first base. Hernandez in there on time. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Armando Hernandez. Hernandez singled and scored his first time up in the first inning. That pitch misses high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Hernandez.
Let's go, Robert. Right on the stage, Robert. Let's go.
Swung on, fouled back. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on to the shortstop, Lopez. Picks it up, fires a second on to first with a double play, not in time. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Mauricio Padilla.
Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, tonight
Mauricio Padilla started the night on the mound.
YouTube channel. Tell your family and friends they can catch the game live on the Weslaco ISD YouTube channel.
Got a courtesy runner over at first, and that's going to be Jonathan Morin. This time they get him. So Morin comes in, and on the first attempt, he is thrown out at first base. What a play by Balboa. So that is the 3rd out. No runs come across here in the second for the Greyhounds. We head to the bottom of the second. It is your Wildcats 9, the Greyhounds 3. You're enjoying Wildcat baseball right here on KWS.
Before Danya Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Danya Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Danya Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Bottom of the second inning is where we are at. Your Wildcats will send batters 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. Mike Brown, Nate Rivas, and Caleb Escamilla. Roberto Hernandez on the mound here in the bottom of the second for the Greyhounds. First pitch outside for ball 1. Brown reached via a walk his first time up. He also scored in that big 9-run first inning for the Wildcats. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Now he's hit by a pitch. So 2 free passes for Brown here tonight. And that's going to bring up Nate Rivas. Rivas with a solid hit to left his first time up. 2 RBIs on that single in the first inning. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Swung on this one deep to left, but it's foul. That was about a 330 feet foul ball. Hernandez steps off the rubber, looks back the runner at first. 1 ball, 1 strike on Rivas. Rivas is hit by a pitch, so he'll go to first as well. Coach will come out to talk to Hernandez. And that's going to be enough for Hernandez. So we'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you the changes for the Greyhounds. You're enjoying Wildcat Baseball right here on K-West.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We are back at Weslaco East High School baseball field. Now on the mound, Nathan Garcia, the third pitcher for the Greyhounds tonight. Bottom of the second is where we are at. Nobody out. Caleb Escamilla at the plate. Singled to right his first time up. This time he bunts right in front of the catcher. Catcher tries to go to first, but nobody there. All runners advance. And we've got the bases loaded.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 11, Joseph Perez.
And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Joseph Perez. Joseph reached first on an error. He also scored in the first inning. Nobody out, bases loaded. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Swung on, line drive, grabbed by Brian Lopez, the first baseman. Runners get back safely, so there's 1 out. And bases loaded. So great grab by Lopez.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 12.
For out number 1. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Joey Rodriguez. Singled to right his first time up. Swung on right at the second baseman, Garcia. He moves over, gets the runner at first, but Brown comes in to score. Ball wasn't hit that hard, so that allowed Brown to score. Garcia really didn't have much to do with that, as he decided just to go to first, secure out number 2. So we've got runners at second and third, and that's going to bring up the leadoff batter, Jesse Lopez. Lopez batted twice in the first, grounded out the first time, reached the second time on a fielder's choice. He also scored. First pitch misses for ball 1. That one is high and outside, ball 2.
Hey, stay within your zone.
Ball 3 is, I stand corrected here. So Lopez ahead of the count 3-0. Watches that one go by for ball 4. So the bases again are loaded here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Alex Solis. Solis is 2 for 2 tonight. He's also scored twice. Has 2 RBIs from his second at bat in the first inning. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Swung on. This one out to right field. Corona trying to get under it. It gets over his head. And off to the races are the runners. And it's a base clearing double for Solis. So Solis with that double brings 3 more runs across for your Wildcats. And the score is now 13-3 in favor of your Wildcats. So Solis tonight is 3 for 3, has 5 RBIs. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Toño Balboa. That's a wild pitch, and that's going to advance Solis to third base. Swung on, fouled back for strike 1. So here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball outside. They're going to say that he swung. So the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, foul ball down the third base line, but that one may have clipped Solis. And it did. So as Solis gets 10-2, we'll take a quick timeout. You're enjoying Wildcat Baseball right here on KWES. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter, the pitcher, Toño Balboa. 2 outs here in the second. Swung on to the shortstop, Padilla. He picks it up, fires to first for out number 3. But the Wildcats score 4 in the second. And at the end of 2, it is now your Wildcats 13, the Greyhounds 3. We'll be back with more baseball right here on KWS.
East side, south side. East side, south side. East side, south side.
As we get set to get underway here in the third, we've got a pitching change now on the mound for your Wildcats is Jesse Lopez. Going out to shortstop is Toño Balboa. And leading it off for the Greyhounds is Mauricio Padilla. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Swung and a miss for strike 2. That one misses low, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Padilla. Padilla began the night on the mound, now finds himself playing shortstop. That one misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Padilla. Swung on, fouled back, out of play. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Padilla. Here comes the 2-2. Misses low and inside for ball 3. So the count is now full. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Lopez strikes out the first batter he faces here in the third. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Gabriel Sandoval.
Now batting for San Benito, number 9, G. Sandoval.
First pitch misses for ball 1. Sandoval walked and scored in the first time up in the first inning. Second pitch is driven to left field. Brown on his horse. He gets over his head and to the fence. And Sandoval has a stand-up double here in the third.
Now batting.
That's going to bring up the left fielder, Michael Banda. Swung at the first pitch and misses for strike 1.
Go, Mikey, be smart. Be smart, Mikey. Let's go. Eyes down, bounce.
That pitch is hit to the shortstop, picked up by Balboa, fired to first for out number 2. So a good job there by Balboa, looking the runner back, firing it to first for the second out, And with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Rowan Garcia. Rowan Garcia now playing second base for the Greyhounds. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Those bolts are balls. Let's go. Now you gotta fight. Now you gotta hit those.
In the dirt for ball 1. Swung on this one to Balboa. He snaps it on a one hopper, fires it on to first for out number 3. So a double by Sandoval, no harm done. No run scored here in the third for the Greyhounds. We go to the bottom of the third. It's your Wildcats 13, the Greyhounds 3. We'll be back right here on K-West.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
We head to the bottom of the third inning. Your Wildcats lead 13-3, and they'll send batters 4, 5, and 6 to the plate as we begin the bottom half of the third, and that's going to be Javi Garza, Mike Brown, and Nate Rivas. Javi Garza is 1 for 2 tonight, singled to left, scored, and he popped up to the second baseman his second time up at bat. First pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Swung on, fouled back for strike 2. Nothing in 2 to count on Javi Garza. That one misses inside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Javi Garza. Misses high. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So Garza goes down swinging, and that's going to bring up Mike Brown.
For Weslaco East, number 16, Mike Brown.
Brown's reached both times, and he scored both times. First time he reached via a walk. The second time he reached, he was hit by the pitch. Breaking ball is in there for strike 1. Swung on and missed for strike two. So Brown behind on the count, 0-2. Swung on, fouled back. Count remains 0-2 on Brown. Little high. Brown holds back. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed for strike three. Fires on over to first. So 2 strikeouts here in the third, and that'll bring up Nate Rivas.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 21, Nate Rivas.
Rivas with a long single in the first, scored 2 runs there. He himself scored as well. He was hit by the pitch his second time up the last inning, and he also scored. So here we are in the third. Wildcats up 13-3. Swung at the first pitch, and it's a base hit to left field. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Caleb Escamilla. Escamilla's 2 for 2 tonight. We've got a pinch hitter.
Now batting for Weslaco East,
Edward Villa will be taking the spot for Caleb Escamilla here in the third. First pitch misses for ball 1. Swung on and missed for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter Villa. Swung on in the hole between first and second, and that's a single for Villa. So with runners at first and second, this will bring up the designated hitter, Joseph Perez.
now batting for Weslaco East, number 11,
Joseph Perez reached on an error in the first inning. He scored and then in the second inning, he lined out to the first baseman. First pitch swung on, fouled. This one's going to end up in the Wildcat dugout. He went around, so that's strike 2. Pitch misses high for ball one. Two balls, two strikes on the batter, Perez.
Within yourself, stop trying to do too much.
Inside for ball three. The count is now full on the designated hitter, Perez. Breaking ball misses for strike number three. At the end of three, it is your Wildcats 13, the Greyhounds 3. We head to the fourth. We'll be right back right here on K-West.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Begin the fourth inning. Jesse Lopez on the mound for your Wildcats. And he'll face batters 7, 8, and 9. Aaron Corona, Brian Lopez, and Angelo Villarreal. Strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Swung on, fouled back. Count remains 0-2. Swung on, fouled back again. Count still 0-2. That one misses inside for ball one. One ball, two strikes on the batter, Aaron Corona. Swing and a miss, strike three. So that's the second strikeout for Lopez. And now he faces Brian Lopez.
Number 12, B. Lopez.
Lopez is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up at bat. Looks at the first pitch for strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. Breaking ball high for ball one. One ball, two strikes on the batter, Lopez. Looks at that one as it's a little high as well. Ball two, count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the fourth. Swing. Soft hit to the shortstop. Balboa can't get to it on time. So that's going to be a base hit for Lopez.
Now batting for San Benito, number 5, Angelo Villarreal.
So this will bring up the center fielder, Angelo Villarreal. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to first base his first time up at bat. That one catches the corner for strike one. Swung on, fouled back, strike two. So Lopez again ahead of the count, 0-2. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. That was a knee buckler for strike number 3. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up
San Benito, number 53, Nathan Garcia.
Nathan Garcia. Swung on, fouled back for strike one. Swung on, Lopez, one hopper, first base, out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's your Wildcats 13, the Greyhounds 3. Bottom of the 4th inning is where we are at. Wildcats send batters 9, 1, and 2 to the plate as we begin the bottom of the 4th. Joey Rodriguez, Jesse Lopez, and Alex Solis. Nathan Garcia on the mound for the Greyhounds. First pitch high for ball one. Rodriguez is 1 for 2 tonight. Singled to and scored his first time up. Grounded out to second, his second time up. Inside for ball two. Inside, ball three. So 3-0 count on the batter, Joey Rodriguez. That one is in there for strike one. Swung on, fouled back, and the count is now full. Swung on and missed for strike three. So we go to the top of the order. It's the shortstop, Jesse Lopez.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 7, Jesse Lopez.
Jesse's been at the plate 3 times tonight. He grounded out the first time up, reached the second time up on a fielder's choice, and walked his third time up. And each time that he's been on base, he has scored as well. First pitch high and outside for ball one. That one misses outside, ball two. 2-0 the count on Jesse Lopez. Jesse Lopez started the game out at the shortstop position, and he's been on the mound the last 2 innings. He's recorded 3 strikeouts while he's been on the mound. Pitch is inside and low for ball 3. So the second batter that Garcia has faced here in the 4th, and the second time he's gotten behind in the count, 3-0. Lopez walks. So this is going to bring up Alex Solis. Alex has had a great night at the plate tonight. He is 3 for 3. He's got 5 RBIs. First pitch is in there for strike one. Swung on. This one might be in play. We'll see. It doesn't. It sails out of play. And now the count is 0-2. That one is grounded to the second base and picked up by Garcia. Tossed to Padilla. Turned and fired to first. They didn't get it. They got the lead runner, though.
Now batting for Weslaco East, number 24, Tonio Balboa.
So that's going to bring up Tonio Balboa. First time up, reached first base on a fielder's choice. Then he singled to left, a 2 RBI single. First pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike one. And grounded out to the shortstop his last time up at bat. Little high for ball one. Inside, runner going. Safe at second is Solis. So the count is 2 balls and a strike on Balboa. That one misses outside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Balboa. Swung on for strike 2. The count is now full. 2 outs here in the 4th. Runner at second in Alex Solis. Breaking ball, swung on, missed for strike 3. So there were 16 runs scored in the first 2 innings. The last 2 innings, there's been no runs scored. We've played 4 here at Weslaco Baseball Stadium, and it's your Wildcats 13, the Greyhounds 3.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the
Top of the 5th inning is just about to get underway. Lopez still on the mound for your Wildcats.
Now batting for San Benito, number 27.
And he'll face
Hernandez.
batters 2, 3, and 4 in Armando Hernandez, Mauricio Padilla, and Gabriel Sandoval. Hernandez singled and scored his first time up, reached first base on a fielder's choice the second time up. First pitch is fouled back. Had a pinch runner come in for him and was thrown out at first. Back in the 2nd inning. That one misses inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball just a little high, 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Hernandez. Little low, ball 3. That one is in there for strike two. So the count is now full on Armando Hernandez. Hit by pitch, so he'll be awarded a free pass. So the leadoff batter is on. And that's going to bring up Mauricio Padilla.
Now batting for San Benito, number 24, Matthew Padilla.
That one is inside, gets away from the catcher. Pass ball, so it'll be the runner at first, who is Armando Hernandez, advancing to second. Swung on. This one is to left field. Brown is coming up. He'll make the grab. Runner will stay at second. So we've got one out here in the fifth inning, and that's going to bring up Gabriel Sandoval. Walked and scored in the first inning. In the third, singled.
Number 9, G. Sandoval.
Breaking ball in the dirt for ball one. Swung on, fouled back, out of play. It's too far back. Had people coming up in our area, but that one's out of play. So count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So here comes the 1-2. In the dirt for ball 2. So the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the fifth. We got a runner at second in Armando Hernandez. Swung on, fouled down the third baseline. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is the 4th strikeout for Jesse Lopez tonight. And with 2 outs here in the fifth, that's going to bring up Michael Banda, the left fielder.
San Benito, number 6, Michael Banda.
Michael Banda is 1 for 2 tonight. He singled to left his first time out. Grounded to the shortstop the second time up. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Little high and inside for ball 2. Swung on, tip back for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike on Michael Banda. Little low. Banda stops it but can't find it. Runner advances to third. And the count is now 3 balls and a strike. There are 2 outs here in the 5th. Ball 4. So we do have runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Number 3, R. Garcia.
That'll bring up Rowan Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 2 tonight. Popped up to the second baseman, and he grounded out to the shortstop. Swings at the first pitch. This is in third base foul territory. Out goes Rodriguez. He can't catch up to it, and it's going to fall foul. Nothing in 1 to count on Garcia. Swings at that one. It's a high fly ball to shallow right field. Out goes Escamilla, and he grabs it for out number 3. And that's going to do it tonight. Your Wildcats win this one 13-3. Want to thank Adrian De Leon for his great computer work, keeping us streaming online, and a great job with the graphics, keeping all the stats there online. And Vinny Berry with the great camera work. I am Joe Aguilar saying goodnight for K-West. Once again, your Wildcats win this one 13-3 over the San Benito Greyhounds. We'll see you next time.